Hey YouTube, today we're looking at a hot water heater. It's not putting out hot water. It's a little 6-gallon unit. Runs on 110. This is the access panel. The electric's in here and the heating elements in here. Got the cold water going in down here and the hot water coming out up here, only it's coming out cold. So let's take this panel off and see what's going on. Okay, there were 2 screws holding this panel on, and you can see we've got it off, and be careful, there's hot electricity in there. So I'm going to remove this plastic cover, and the electricity comes in. We got black and white. The black circles up to here, the white comes in, circles up to here. So let's see if we have 110 volts here. Some basics on this one element hot water heater. It's a very simple circuit. You have your 110 volt AC coming in, your black and your white wire. The black wire comes in. This is the thermostat right here, which is basically this black piece right here. And it's basically a switch that when the water gets cold, whatever the thermostat is set to, the switch closes. When the switch closes, the electricity flows to the switch, flows through the heater element, and then up through the white neutral line. And I have labeled these A, B, C, D, and that corresponds on the thermostat to A, B. Here's where the black wire comes in, the white wire comes in, and then C is where the black wire goes down to the heating element, and D where the white wire comes down to the heating element. And that's how simple it is. And the heater element is right here, these 2 terminals. And again, with these disconnected, this should read between 10 and 50 ohms or somewhere in that range. All right, I've got my handy dandy $10 Harbor Freight voltage meter. Got it set on 200 volts AC. Come down here, put the probes on the 2 screws, and we're getting 120 volts. Now, this red wire goes to the heating element. This is the heating element here. And this black wire goes to the heating. Let's see if we get voltage at the heating element. And we are getting voltage at the heating element. So I'm tending to think that the heating element is bad. I'm going to turn the circuit breaker off before I do any more testing. So let me go do that. All right, I turned the circuit breaker off. And yeah, we're reading pretty much no voltage. So that verifies that the power's off. So I'm going to pull one of the wires off this heating element here and measure the resistance. It should get between 10 and 60 ohms. So again, with the Harbor Freight meter, I put it on ohms. I put it on the 200 scale, which is the smallest ohm scale. And I've got the wire off the element here. You just have to take one of the wires off, and then we'll put the leads across the element, and we go up, and it's reading infinite ohms, which means that element is bad. So what we have to do is shut the main water off going into this, and then luckily this has a drain valve right here. A lot of hot water heaters have it on the side. These small ones don't. So I'm going to shut the water off here, open up a hot water valve, and then drain the tank right here. All right, got the hot water tank draining. While that's draining, I'll take this second wire off, and then I have this tool. It's a 1.5 inch wrench specifically designed to unscrew these heating elements. Alright, I got the wires off. The wrench fits on there, and then you stick a screwdriver through it. Lefty loosey. Gonna need a bigger screwdriver. Alright, it's still draining. It's draining pretty slowly. I'm gonna try opening up this, oh yeah, open up the pressure release valve. It's letting air in. Drains a lot faster. There's 6 gallons in this tank, so I'm gonna have to drain several buckets before I know I'm finished, before I take that element all the way out. Okay, we've emptied 3 2-gallon buckets. It's just trickling out now. So let's go ahead and see if we can get this guy off. There we go. Get this crusty guy out of here. Alright, here's the new heating element. It's got a nice rubber washer on it. Before we put it in, let's check the resistance on it. So again, we've got it set at the lowest 200 ohm setting. Put a wire on each lead. And we go to the meter and it's reading about 9 ohms, which is correct. So let's go ahead and screw this guy in. Put the 2 wires back on. Fill the tank up with water. And then throw the circuit breaker and see if it works. Okay, got the circuit breaker back on, and I'll give it a few minutes to warm up to see if it's working or not. Alright, final test. Been on for about a half hour. Oh yeah, it's hot. Good job done. Thanks for watching.